Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome on into NBA 2K24 Random Rosters. My name is Sean. It is November 29th, 2023. We have fantasy drafted the NBA in my eras. Goodness gracious. Apparently I needed to warm up a little bit. I need a little caffeine. What's going on here? Fantasy draft before the season in my eras mode, which allows us to watch games, which is very exciting. I am going to go ahead and rotate the series to just Mondays and Wednesdays because those were the days that the videos were doing best. I went and looked at all the views and all the watch time, and I was like, okay, Mondays and Wednesdays are doing the best. I'll just go ahead and do those, and then we'll just do the Mariners stuff on all the other days because that is going to kind of build to the next season of Mariners baseball inside of MLB The Show 24. God willing, that game comes out before the season starts on March 28th. So, yeah, we'll do two of these a week and have some fun with it. Maybe we could even rotate it to a morning slot if people are maybe more into that and just do a once a week thing similar to the regular random rosters. We could just pick some games throughout the week of action. But we'll leave it for a couple of nights a week on at 6 p.m. on the channel. So be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. And let's jump on in here. We have two games that we're going to take a look at. The best games of the day, or the games with the teams with the best records versus each other, have three repeat teams that we just saw the other day. So I actually pitched all of those and didn't worry about it. So I just tried to pick the next best games. I didn't really want to watch the Jazz again, if I'm being honest. They weren't a super fun team to watch to me. Sixers and Pelicans, I think you could have made an argument there, but I don't think the Pelicans played particularly well against the Jazz. The Jazz just played worse. So I went kind of to like the next group of games, and I thought that the Wizards Magic would be interesting. We saw the Wizards last week, but I don't think we've seen the Magic in a little bit. We can catch up with Damian Lillard. Then we'll scroll down just a little bit, and a couple of 9-win teams in the Western Conference. Kawhi Leonard taking on Paul George, Rockets, Nuggets. I thought that'd be a fun game as well. So let's jump on into our first matchup. Wizards, Magic. We'll find some nice uniforms for these teams to wear. I think the Wizards, they were on recently, but I don't know if I gave them... I did give them... Ooh, the sleeves are awful on that. I gave them the old 3... That's what I gave them. We go further. Oh, the bullets. We could go... Oh. Yeah, you know what? We'll go classic away, 72-73. With the Magic, you know what we're going to go for. We're going to go edit uniforms. We're going to go... what am I thinking of? City Classic. Where's the... I thought they had... Oh. That really it? I thought they had more of a design to them. Oh well, that'll work. We'll go classic home 98-00, and then we'll back out. I really appreciate that the game lets you do this. This is so great. Thank you, NBA 2K, for allowing this to happen. It's very nice.
Starting five for your
Orlando Magic. Oh god, strobe warning for you. Also, this absolute freak of a mascot.
Number 40, Ivica Zubac. Starting in small forward.
Yeah, Cameron Johnson.
Number 2, Cameron Johnson.
I believe this team right now, number 1 in the Eastern Conference. If they're not number 1, I'm sure they're number 2.
The other forward.
Oh, Draymond Green. We'll see if he elects to choke anybody out today. I read a headline that was like, Draymond Green's unapologetic. And I was like, yeah, no shit. Like, no duh.
6'6" Number 1.
I don't even really know what transpired in that whole thing.
The other guy.
There he is.
Standing 6'6".
Dame time.
Number 0.
We get to learn about... What's his rap name? Dame Dollar? Dame? I already forgot what it was. My bad. That's on me, folks. I should know better. See if we can get one with the court, maybe. Yes, we can. Perfect. Perfect.
And for an idea of how the league is shaping
up there we go. Oh, the Raptors. Oh, that's the power rankings. I apologize. They would be tied with the Raptors unless they, beat the Raptors or whatever. I had a sneaking suspicion that there was another Eastern Conference team that had gotten off to a good start, and I forgot that it was the Raptors. And I bet that I looked right at their record, too, and just didn't even put the pieces together. Bridges against Maxey. That's our key matchup to watch. What am I trying to do here? I want to resize this. I have to make it a weird...
All right, Graham, as a team, how long you think it takes to figure out if you're a legitimate contender? A lot of teams come into the season thinking...
Oh, why'd you do that?
And they have to find out the hard way that...
All right.
Honestly,
Magic, they get off to
generally, I'd say
the offensive start.
I always do that. Now here's Lillard.
Ford.
Green finds
Okay.
Johnson.
Cut. Control N.
6
N.
on the shot clock.
B. X out.
And here's Lillard
Save.
from beyond the arc.
There it is. There's a first shot of the game, and it's a three-pointer. We're seeing that a lot in this game. I don't know if that's just how the NBA is these days, but we're seeing a lot of opening threes throughout this season.
Pass to Barnes. Now here's Mobley.
Boy, I did not realize there was a stripe on the back. These jerseys are awful. Oh, they can't get the three to respond. It rolls around 360 degrees and just bops out. Lillard now with the ball.
Lillard with the ball. A steady force on their offense. Recording around 14 and a half a game. Johnson
Oh, that is a terrific find to Johnson, but he can't put it home. Offense got a hand on him, but couldn't bop it back to their own team. Barnes comes up with the ball. Finds, Russell Westbrook, who's starting for this team. Steven Adams out there on the floor as well. Westbrook loses the ball. Bridges comes away with the steal. Nice play defensively there.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by.
Lillard works inside. Wow. Okay. That's a really nice defensive recovery. Maybe kind of a slow up for Damian Lillard as well. Kind of meshed together perfectly to at least give him an opportunity to defensively affect that shot. They again collapse inside. That's a tremendous mismatch in favor of the Washington Wizards. Steven Adams on the far shorter, far smaller defender there. You can see they tried to collapse in for the double team, but it was a little late on that. Draymond Green will drive inside. Steven Adams kind of lurking in the area. They pull the double team. He kicks to Bridges. Bridges off the rim a couple of times, and it falls out. That's a good hard foul right there. Bridges is going to pick up his first team foul. Man, that name looks awful on the back of the jersey. These jerseys were a mistake. They look fine from the front. I don't know why the stripe needs to go all the way around to the backside.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead.
All right, so we are all knotted up at 3 here with the free throw. I haven't used my brain much today. It's been like a lazy, relaxed day. My brain is like shut down. Shut it down. Don't worry about it. Lillard working one-on-one, gets past the defender yet again. That time he's able to get the layup to drop. And Lillard with a fast start offensively. I believe he has all 5 of the points. Could be wrong on that, but
providing this team some offensive stability, a little over 10 points a game. Kind of amazing that Lillard wasn't a big-time prospect at a high school break. Well, size had a lot to do with that.
0-on-0 there. Westbrook and Lillard. They're not guarding each other, but they are. Lillard's on the defensive side that time, gets beat, and Westbrook off the glass gives the Wizards the lead back by a point. Damian Lillard's going to get that screen set if he chooses to use it. It's going to free him up for a clean look at a 3, and he buries it. 8-6 Orlando.
And so it's Washington with it, trailing by by 2. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the Magic this year.
These teams split the season series last
So a
year.
fast start for both of these offenses. Both of them looking pretty effective offensively. The defenses have done an okay job kind of contesting some points here or there. A couple of fouls here for Orlando, for Orlando is going to give
Since he was in fact a younger player.
going to give Washington the opportunity to tie this game.
Night in and night out.
But the Washington defenses let Damian Lillard kind of do whatever he wants, but they've also contested some shots. So a bit of an uneven start, but
Gives you everything he's got.
The Magic making a switch here.
I guess kind of
Man's
makes
checked
sense in a way.
D'Angelo Russell, he's checked in for Washington.
Sometimes I start a sentence and I hope that I find it in the middle, and then I just don't. So the second free throw is... Oh, he misses it, and Zubac comes away with the rebound. Almost steps on the baseline, but able to get it out of his hands. It was a weird turn. He did not need to turn that way, I don't think. You can dribble. Man trying to drive inside. Nice little touch with the left hand finish and knocks it down. The Wizards 2 for 3 on their field goals. The Magic 4 of 7. 3-point deficit with Russell on the outside. Westbrook's going to set a screen. I forgot that last name Russell and last name Westbrook play on the floor at the same time. Mobley in the corner. He's trying to drive. Hand off to Russell, who works his way around to pass to Westbrook. Westbrook with the 3, and he nails it to tie the game. Oh, Westbrook's number 1, by the way.
So much a defender can do, and Russell
I want to say typically he's 0, but I guess I wasn't available on this. On the Washington Wizards. I see he was a what, NBA Live 15, something like that. I just picture that like Oklahoma City blue with a big 0 on it. So theoretically I should be right, but I'm incorrect, and that's a little upsetting.
Mobley outside, pass to Westbrook.
I like that 35th year anniversary logo that the Magic have, using the ball as the curve in the 5. Looks nice. That was a dangerous pass. You can put the M down, sir. Bridges for 3. Knocks it down, and that'll give them the lead by 3. Orlando right now living by the 3. See if they make an adjustment if they start to die by the 3. It's like Westbrook with about a second difference between the shot clock and game clock, probably closer to 2. Going to hold for this final shot. He'll pass over to Russell. Kind of left Russell in a really weird position. Russell's going to get a shot. Oh, wow. Knocks it home. I am kind of surprised. It wasn't that clean of a look. He stood right behind Steven Adams and was like, yes, I'd like to shoot over my own player. Maybe that's the key. That was a pretty good quarter there. Back and forth.
Points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. More NBA on 2K Sports.
Oh, God, the backstage jerseys are such a mistake. They're so awful. I guess you could look and go, Sean, what do you think was going to happen? Well, oh, the most recent video got copyright claimed, by the way. Not that it like matters, but like, I think copyright claims stifle the video a little bit. But it is a little frustrating because I do have all the music turned off as far as like the menu, so I guess I have to turn it off in the game as well. It's going to make for those quarter transition things weird. All knotted up at 13. A nice red versus blue matchup here as we enter the second quarter. Making me happy that I picked this game. I do think that the higher difficulty leads to more competitive games. We haven't really had blowouts all that frequently. It's really been the Milwaukee Bucks. It seems like every time we have them on, they're running away with games. But
Max Strus is out there with
yeah, it feels like for the most part the games have been pretty competitive.
And it's Russell in at the 1.
And we found a couple teams that we don't want to watch anymore this season, so there's that. That's a really nice screen to free up Maxey, and a nice shot by Maxey to knock that one down. Oh, he's number 0. Okay.
Now the most common shot in the NBA.
And arguably the most efficient
shot. Oh, that's a nice.
It's
a great move by Dame time, but I don't know why he's not driving to the basket there. Looked like he had a free lane, but it's hard to argue.
Here's Maxey.
Hard to argue when he makes the shot. When they miss, you kind of go, why didn't you take the lane? That's a terrific move by Maxey to get the defender off his feet.
He's got 6 points.
They keep capturing the lead.
Boop,
They
and then
give it
off
back.
his feet just
We'll see
enough,
if they can hold
out of
on to it
position, and a
this
beautiful
time.
left-hand
You can
finish
tell they really want to increase this lead.
to
They
give
can't
that lead
keep
back
letting them
to
take
the
it.
Washington
Now
Wizards.
to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Damian Lillard.
Damian,
embraces
I
the
mean,
big
what
moments.
in the
He said,
world?
quote,
He
"I
had
don't
so
know
much
why, I
room
just
there.
do it. It's internal. I'm always talking to
They
myself
want to
like,
try to, it looks like they
I have
want
to
to
find a
draw the
way.
double
This
team
is an
inside.
opportunity to rise,
Man,
to come up big.
kinda
You've
just
gotta
hanging
get it
out.
going. It's a real thing. You just demand
Oh, he's gonna
something
drive.
extra of yourself.
Left hand up and
Thank you,
in.
Allie. Dame time
My
was
headphones.
very real.
Well, any
Seem to be
possession
having
that
some
ends in a
trouble
shot
here.
from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Pass to Maxey.
Maxey works around. It looks like a double screen there. He drives inside, beats the defense, and Drummond with an excellent position there to get an offensive rebound. Terrific effort to get back out to the top of the key. Nice block defensively. Excellent offensive rebound. Got rid of the ball, moved to the top, set the screen, trying to provide for in every way he possibly can. A little surprised he didn't go back up with the ball immediately,
Here's
but
Strus. No points yet.
hard to argue that effort.
Maxey passes to Russell.
Maxey to Russell.
Screen on Lillard.
We wait for some
Russell from outside.
substitutions
And that
come
makes
in,
it
and
2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Yeah, there's not a lot of spots, at least in the last couple of years.
Was that a
we've seen
three, I
Russell is
believe?
not confident in firing it from.
either way, it's a nice shot for the Washington Wizards as they push their lead out to 3. Dame step back. No good. Drummond with the rebound.
After getting off to a great
Hands off to
start,
Maxey,
hitting
and he'll
those
bring it up
first
the
few
floor.
shots,
And
he's
it beats the
definitely
defender with all
regressed
this
a little bit
momentum
in
he
this
brings
quarter.
up.
Now here's Drummond.
Drummond to Russell. Russell to Maxey.
Finds Russell.
And there's some
Now here's Drummond.
weird ball movement there in the
Drummond passes
top
to
of the,
Russell.
or toward the midcourt, I should say.
The
We're gonna
Wizards
hold
need
it
to get
down
the
to the
shot
final
here.
seconds.
Strus's shot is off.
Struce was like, well, I guess I'm throwing up a 3 here.
Here's
That's
Mann.
a long pass. Man can't make
By
it.
Orlando.
He had
Drummond
more than
comes
enough
away with
room
it.
to
Another
hit that,
long
just
pass as
couldn't
we
make
go
it
up and
happen.
down the floor here.
Pass to Maxey.
Maxey to Drummond. Drummond to Russell. Russell dangerously close to the sideline. Gets the switch.
12 feet.
Ooh, not 100% sure what happened
Foul on the shot.
there. It looked like a block shot, but I'm guessing it was a pass. It was a nice find as Drummond was streaking down the lane.
Gonna find a way to
Draws the foul. At least I believe that was Drummond. I could be incorrect
Look
on
now
that.
at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Wizards.
They've
It
been
is
really
Drummond.
going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
And he knocks
Let's
down the
make sure
shot
that
and
selfish
an opportunity to
nerve
further
doesn't
three-point
get
play. A couple
to them,
missed free
because right
throws
now
here
there's
for the
great ball movement, they're
Washington
setting each
Wizards.
other
Could be a
up.
point
See
of
if that
concern as we
maintains.
move through this
Here's
game.
Maladon.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
Back to Green.
Nice find inside to Green. Green jams at home and cuts the lead down to 3. First points we've seen out of Orlando in a while.
Down.
They've had some good looks. I don't think they've had any shots that have just been like, ugh, why'd you take that? They just haven't been able to get the looks they've had to go
Here's
down.
Westbrook. He's got 5.
Westbrook got a pretty nice screen.
Man, that one drops for him. Adams
Wide
has got
open
his
beyond
second
the
basket
arc,
of the
but
game.
makes some
Oh, man,
passes,
he's
and
got
it's
a
going to be
great
the Aquaman
combination. Plenty of
putting
length
up a couple
and soft
points.
touch from close range.
pushing that lead back out to
Orlando's
5.
gotten 3 of their 7 threes
24 to
find the net in
19
this
as we
matchup.
approach halftime.
Bridges, right side.
Bridges, one-on-one inside. He'll try to finish with the left hand, but can't. Drummond
Wizards with a lead.
comes in and he picks up the rebound. Washington Wizards will move up the floor off the screen. You cannot give Russell Westbrook that much room. Are you kidding me?
Many are more explosive off the pick and
My
roll than
goodness.
Russell Westbrook.
Who's the 12
Orlando
and
has
4
gone
team
0 for
here?
2 from outside in the second
Who's the
quarter.
team hovering around 500?
Here's Maladon, pounded by Westbrook. Here's
Maladon Johnson, kind of a weird looking little shot there, but it works.
Off the jump, they were effective from deep.
If it counts,
I
it
don't know why they
counts.
haven't continued to fire
27
from out there.
21.
Bridges against Barnes.
Bridges, whoa, he had the step and whipped it out to Westbrook. Kind of a wild pass there, Barnes to Drummond. Drummond with Draymond Green on him, throws into the lane. Westbrook
And it's
He's gonna
Westbrook
beat
that time on the assist from
somebody.
Drummond.
Not sure. I can't tell. Is that a 9 or a 0?
Points now this quarter.
That's a 9.
This is when the game slows
Really
down
weird
for
play.
a big man like Andre
I don't know why
Drummond.
Westbrook wasn't up
He
with
can
that
make
ball
those
a
kind of
lot
plays.
quicker. I'd anticipate we see the Magic hold the ball for the final shot as the shot clock is off.
Here's Maladon, pounded by Westbrook.
Maladon, Zubac, Green on the floor. Looks like they're getting ready to set that screen.
Here's
A
Maladon.
work around it. Maladon, it looked like he had a look. Instead, he's gonna pull for the 3. If he makes one pass to the left, it's a clean look. Instead, they'll go into the break down 8. Really poor quarter for the Orlando Magic. They score 8 points, whereas Washington goes off for 16 after the 13-13 tie in the first. All right, here we go. The world's fastest halftime report as we try to skip through it. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go! Yeah! Okay, well. All right. Skip.
Well, they already get a hand up on the shooters,
Skip.
and the numbers show it, Shaq. Guys are too good in this league to give them easy looks. You just
Okay, time now to see
Oh,
how
the
the
Magic?
Eastern Conference is
The
starting
Raptors
to
are 12
shape
and
up.
6. Oh, okay. The Magic are
look here
13
now
and
at the
4.
Magic.
They're a game and a half up on the
Let's see
Bucks and the Raptors.
Thanks
Okay.
for tuning in.
Top performers:
Now we head
D'Angelo
back to
Russell,
Ryan
6
Anderson for the
points,
start of the
3
third
assists,
quarter.
and a rebound. Damian Lillard for the Magic, 10 of the 21 points. No rebounds, no assists on the board just yet. But we'll see what the second half brings us. I believe Washington's going to get the second half, or the first possession of the second half. I was like, the kickoff? They're going to receive the kickoff? Like, that's a different sport, sir. It's a different sport. But a good opportunity to extend this lead. They did this successfully in the previous quarter. Westbrook all over the place. Can't keep the hot streak going from beyond the arc. Lillard with kind of a dangerous dribble there, almost an over and back. Zubac sets the screen, tries to free up Lillard, and calls for the ball, but Lillard's head was down. It ends up in Zubac's hand anyway, and he's going to step on the baseline. Wizards ball. Kyrie Irving still 100%. Game time, 93.5. We'll watch every single game that the Milwaukee Bucks play until he misses a free throw.
Washington has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game.
Okay.
Maxey passes to Westbrook.
Westbrook,
Over
clean
Lillard.
look again, but can't get it to drop. Again, both looks good. That's what you're hoping for offensively. Green looked like he was going to slam it, but made a nice last-second alteration. And just a nice, easy layup there. Or drop in, I'm not really sure. The way it went off the glass first. That cuts the lead down to 6. Magic haven't really been playing good defense. They've just gotten lucky with Russell Westbrook bricking some shots. He is 0 for 3 in this quarter so far. He's 10 points. He has 10 points on 4 of 8 shooting. Which means he was 4 for 5 in the first half? And he just stepped out of bounds. The second time we've seen the Orlando Magic just step out of bounds. Complete lack of court awareness. And they'll turn the ball over with another dumb, unforced error. And again, I think it comes off of a Russell Westbrook miss. You're not necessarily playing the strongest defense, but you're getting the ball to bounce your way, as in it's not hitting the nylon. Maxey over Zubac. Zubac with a nice job defensively. Meant to throw that shot up a little bit higher than he probably wanted to. Maxey has 6 points on 2 of 5 shooting with a rebound, or an assist, excuse me. So we'll see who wants to step out of bounds for the Orlando Magic this time. Just kidding, it's Zubac. Throw it up and over. In for 2. It's a nice pass. It's a good rotation defensively. Just a better offensive finish there. I don't know that he's in great position for that, but either way, the Orlando Magic come away with 2 points. Again, Westbrook with the ball in his hands, just working around.
Westbrook outside.
Passes to Barnes, who quickly passes it back. No look for Maxey. Maxey with a nice look at a three straight away, and that'll put them on the board.
Relax after missing their first 4 shots to start this half.
Oof. 0 for 4 before that. They had not scored in 2 minutes and about 15 seconds.
They've only given up 3 points.
Unfortunately for the Magic, they just haven't been able to find their stroke either, and it continues to look a little lackluster from Damian Lillard. Washington's done a terrific job on the glass, offensively and defensively.
Pass to Barnes. Now here's Mobley.
Mobley quickly to Maxey.
Clock at 6.
Nobody in the paint. They're going to set the screen and probably get a switch to Draymond Green. No, it's Lillard. Lillard, and I think that's going to be a block on Draymond Green. They're going to call a shot clock violation. That is a terrific defensive effort by Orlando. It's aided by the fact that we have a lot of Washington Wizards players just holding onto the ball for entirely too long.
The Magic have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter.
But you got to take what that offense is giving you, and what they're giving you right now is 24 seconds in one guy's hands.
To the inside.
That last possession, not the greatest example of it. It did touch 3 players' hands. Johnson, quick feed into Lillard. Lillard kind of backed into a defender. Looked for a mid-range jumper from about the free throw line and just can't get it to drop. So the Wizards bring the ball up the floor yet again off an Orlando Magic miss. Double screen. And that can't, or it doesn't, I should say, doesn't go. I like the offensive set that they ran there. Get him as free as possible. It doesn't matter how many screens it takes. Just get that man an open look. Lillard almost loses the ball. Picks it up and throws it out. It's going to go all the way around to Zubac in the corner. He's going to have to get it up. He'll throw it to Reed. Reed for 3, and that's a poor offensive possession. Actually, it's a good defensive possession. They did make Orlando burn 3 or 4 seconds while Lillard tried to find the ball and make sure that he possessed it. I think that threw off everything that they were trying to do. Beautiful feed inside to Mobley.
He's a gifted passer. This is one of his natural abilities. And the
got behind the defense and a nice easy slam to push this lead out to 9.
From the floor. Pretty good.
My goodness.
Lillard finds Johnson.
Lillard, I mean, the Magic might still only have like 3 points in this half.
To end the drought.
Rebounded
by Russell Westbrook.
The Orlando Magic were living by the 3, but they are dying by the 3 ever since the start of the second quarter. They need some points here by the end of the, or before the end of the third quarter. Just chip it away. It's a pretty good defensive stand right there. 3-second difference between the shot and the game clock as Lillard has it. Zubac's on the outside.
Back to Johnson.
Johnson, he's just probably a step or two too far beyond the arc. They're going to run a screen to get Zubac. Zubac just inside the 3-point line. Reed's going to go up. I can't believe it. I said the 2, so weird, because it just went all the way around. Again, this team just cannot get the ball to bounce their way offensively. But it's a nice offensive rebound and a good foul. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
The first one falls. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
With 3.4, we'll see some moves. Pardon me. The second free throw is buried, so a 7-point game. Russell from... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's a pretty good looking shot. A little surprised they didn't run it up the floor with a little bit more, what's the word? They didn't run it up the floor with a little more oomph, you know? Purpose? No. God dang it. This word, it gets me in MLB The Show as well. Oh man, it is the word. Not intensity. Flub. That's going to drive me nuts. Well, the good thing is I have a whole second game to try and figure
And
out
now we
what
have a
word I'm
moment
trying to think
reveal
of.
our State Farm assist of the
It's not
game.
hustle. It's like a
He's
synonym for
always near
hustle.
the top of the list for this
Take a look
honor.
at the State
I mean,
Farm assist of
passes
the
like
game.
these
Oh,
are
that's
his
a really
specialty.
nice assist.
Happen with every point
I
guard
thought it was a
in the
block
league as
shot,
far
but
as
that
setting your
reverse
teammates
angle
up
was
on
really
score
nice.
scores
Just saw a
now,
beautiful little.
right there
Oh, here you go.
creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
So Orlando's going to get the first possession here of the fourth quarter.
Thanks as always for joining us.
They got to come up with something. They are playing much like we saw the
Andre Drummond is out there with Max
the
Strus.
Utah Jazz play the other night, where it felt like every time the Jazz had like a good possession, good defensive stand, whatever it was, there was some bonehead play on the other end that did not allow them to close the gap. Lillard steps back beyond the arc. Got it. I mean, it's kind of a bad possession. It's good in the points that they got. It's bad in the fact that he held on to the ball for the entirety of the shot clock. Step back for a contested three. Oh, he's going to force a jump ball. Damian Lillard taking this game into his own hands. He said, "You know what time it is?" And they said, "Oof, I don't have a watch." And he said, "Don't worry, I got you. It's Dame time."
Pass to Strus. Russell with the ball. Defended by Lillard.
Oh,
Outside
that's
Maxey
awareness.
for three.
I'm still thinking of that word. Oh, that's so bad on the defensive side. It's such a good effort by Lillard to force the jump ball, and then they just leave a wide open three after they can't get the tip.
1 minute in now in the fourth quarter.
So Lillard's nice three gets responded to by a three on the other end, arguably a nicer three. Lillard works to the inside, finds some room in the paint, but can't get it to drop.
Maxey with
And
it.
the Wizards come up the floor. Good punch in the table, my apologies. A wild pass, but corralled nicely by Russell. Looking like an NFL wide receiver there.
Walker pulls down the board.
When you see a quarterback throw it just like a little bit too like wide, just some unbelievable Justin Jefferson athleticism there.
Lillard with the ball.
Lillard back with the ball.
Picked by Reed. Puts up a
He's
three.
going to step back beyond the arc, around the rim, and stop me if you've heard this before, but they miss a three.
Outside Russell.
Doesn't that seem like the Magic are comfortable going inside? They have Draymond Green,
Lets
who's
it go from deep.
a pretty big physical presence. I'm surprised they're not using him more on the interior. Instead, it's been a lot of this finesse shooting from outside. A lot of Lillard with the ball.
Pass to Reed.
It kind of feels
Here's
like
Walker.
Walker, I thought he was going to take it, but he elected to pass it up. Lillard, he won't hesitate to pull. He knocks it down to cut the lead down to 4. It almost feels like the Washington Wizards have the perfect lineup to counter what the Orlando Magic want to do.
Wizards call time here.
Good timeout by the Wizards. They'll have one remaining, under 3 minutes to go here. It just feels like the Orlando Magic getting into a little bit of a rhythm. See if you can pump the brakes on that. Reorganize yourself. You have the lead. Just keep chipping away, especially inside, and see what you can do.
So Orlando going with an almost entire new group here.
Urgency. The word is urgency. Oh, thank God.
Comes in for Reed. Johnson.
It's a thing that drives me nuts in the show, where it gets like locked into animation sometimes that are like far slower, and it's like, I need this game to have some sense of urgency for what's happening right now. Like, take into account the situation and then make the animation based on that.
I was able to listen in on what Wes Unseld Jr. had
Oh,
to
they
say.
left him open for three again, and he got it. That is what you're looking for out of a timeout for the Washington Wizards. Terrifically run play. Pretty terrible defense on the Orlando Magic side.
Appreciate it, Allie. Now here's Lillard.
Might be interesting to go back and actually look at the Orlando Magic and see what teams have given them trouble.
Lillard from beyond the arc.
Maybe see if there is some sort of
Making him 7 for 15 for the day.
formula to beat them, or if they're beating themselves. They really weathered the storm on their cold front beyond the arc.
The screen on Bridges.
They're again going to let up another open three. That time he doesn't get it, and Draymond Green comes away with the rebound. Way too many open threes given up by this Orlando Magic defense, but a nice run on the other side. Bridges coming up with it. Actually pretty well defended. Yeah, it's well defended by the guy who's on Bridges right now. The other guy didn't seem to fill his lane correctly. Or
We've got a minute 48 left in the fourth quarter of this
you
one.
look at it and you just go like, look, I'm going to pick my poison. And maybe the defense, you hope that the other defender It's another open three. It's another open look for three. I don't think the Wizards are running anything complex at all. The Orlando Magic are just terrible rotationists. What is happening? It is a god-awful defense that we're looking at here in the fourth quarter. You can't have this defense in the fourth quarter. You're lucky that your offense is bailing out your poor defense as Lillard cuts it to 2 with 85 seconds to go. So we'll see what they have. They're going to probably just run a simple screen on the inside, an off-ball screen. It's going to free up a three-point specialist. Draymond Green making his presence felt. I don't know that he's going to be able to outrun everybody, but you would have liked to see him try a little bit. He's going to find Lillard, who just checks it up, and that's not what you're looking for. The open three was there, but I don't know why Draymond Green hesitated right at the midcourt.
Lillard against Westbrook, outside Maxey.
I keep putting my hands on my head like I'm rooting for Orlando. I'm not. I'm just flabbergasted at some of the decisions they're making here late in this game. Westbrook with a three. Mobley coming up with a huge offensive rebound. 2 huge offensive rebounds. Oh my goodness. If the Washington Wizards make the playoffs and they face the Orlando Magic will be in trouble. I think that it's just the length of the Wizards that is giving them so much trouble, especially on the glass. Orlando takes the timeout. 38.1 to go. It's such a good steal by Draymond Green, who I believe fires it into Lillard. But a weird hesitation in the midcourt. You give it to Lillard. Lillard misses the shot. This is not what you want to see. I talked about it in the first quarter. They were living by the three in that first quarter. If they were starting to die by the three, which is what they're doing now, do they make the adjustment? They haven't. They just flat out have not made any adjustment. They did not need a three right there. And I don't think they needed a, even if, I think maybe they did need a three, but I don't think they needed a three that quickly.
Trying to find ways in which he can help out his team to secure any win.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
I know that the easy criticism, obviously defensively here in this fourth quarter, has been an absolute disaster for the Orlando Magic. There's a lack of use of Draymond Green. He's made a couple nice plays defensively, but offensively he has been invisible. Why aren't you using his physicality on the interior? Why aren't you using more of Zubac?
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Lillard in the paint. He'll fire to Green. Green fires back to Lillard. He steps beyond the arc. Hits the three and can't get it to drop. So that, we're going to get some more fouls here. But that is going to do it. The Orlando Magic are going to be upset by the Washington Wizards, who had a massive second quarter. I believe they held the Magic to 6 points,
And he hits both free throws
something
here.
like that,
And
or
it's an
8 points. 8
game.
points is what it was.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the fourth. Lillard passes to Zubac. And here's Green from the arc. Oh,
I would not be surprised if that was Draymond Green's first shot
This team trusts
of the night.
everybody, and this time the trust
They're not
was
going to
in
worry about
Draymond
any
Green.
fouling or anything.
And
They,
that's an
okay,
intentional
maybe
foul.
not. All right.
Yeah, and there's no question they have
I
to foul. That's what I'm sure
like
they're
the
looking
delayed
for.
foul there. See if you can cause a turnover, trap him at the midcourt.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of two is
Second one
good.
is good. I watched that with such
Increases the lead to
intent.
6.
Oh, is he going to make it? Way to adjust my angle. But I do like the delayed foul there.
Three fly. Misses there. And so it's Washington.
Try to force that
with the
turnover.
W.
See if you can cut it down
This was
to
a hard-fought, well-earned victory
3
for them.
points, I guess,
They
or
had to dig
whatever.
deep to come out on top. Yeah, you know, some
Wow.
teams
I would argue a pretty disappointing effort from the Magic. A little surprising that somehow they're 12-4. Their defense looked like it needed a lot of work. And again, I don't think Washington was running anything that was like super complex. It just felt like they were running off-ball screens that were freeing up. They were really confused on who to switch, and they just kept leaving Washington, lethal Washington deep shooters opened for three.
Watch games like this. Thanks, Russell.
They also started to die by the three, especially in the fourth quarter, and didn't really make any sort of adjustment. Tyrese Maxey, your player of the game.
Last but not least, here is your New Balance player of the game, Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, is this where it's getting? I didn't actually check to see what the copyright was. I just saw that it was a copyright, and I was like, well, great. Fantastic. All right. Let's take a quick peek at the box score here. Lillard was 8 of 19, and he was 50% from beyond the arc. He just went cold at the worst time. I think you try to get Draymond Green a little more involved. He was 3 for 4 and 1 for 2 beyond the arc. Bridges was 2 for 5. Johnson. I mean, Zubac only had 2 points on 2 shots. Let's check the second half. Draymond Green had 5 points in the second half. And he had 2 in the first half. Okay. And that was in the second quarter. On the Wizards side, Maxey was a 19, a nice 6 of had 19 points, a nice 6 of 12, 4 for 6 from beyond the arc. Russell Westbrook he only had 12 points on 4 of 9 shooting. I thought he was a little more effective today. I thought he had more points, but it was Maxey's game this evening. So there you go. Hey, that's a good pick on my part to look at the upset. Well, again, check out the daily view. The Lakers eke out a win. Or, sorry, they lose 44-42. For some reason, I thought it said 41. And that leads us to that game. And then we will scroll all the way down. We're going to check out the Rockets taking on the Nuggets. Let's play the game. See if we can find some fun uniforms. Classic away. Oh, looks like they're wearing blue. They kind of... Oh, there we go. Have we seen these? No, don't do blue on blue. We learned that last time. Since they're going to wear those, we'll give Houston their away. We'll go... So they were doing statements. City uniforms are pretty bad. Oh, we could go... Yep, that's what we're gonna do. I love these Nuggets uniforms. Big fan. All right. Silent highlights, everybody. Get excited as we enter game number 2. Rui Hachimura of Gonzaga University. Let's go. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot the editing's all weird on this because it cuts between a bunch of different uniforms. All right. We're ready. We're ready for the screenshot. We're ready.
Thanks for joining us.
Okay, I thought the game crashed. I genuinely was like, oh, that's what's going to happen here.
It'll be the Denver Nuggets
Bam.
going up against the Houston Rockets. I'm
Bow,
Kevin
bow,
Harlan alongside
bow.
Richard Jefferson and Craig
Pixels.
Anthony, and with us from the
10,
sidelines tonight,
56.
David Aldridge. And a chance now to see how teams are faring
40.
across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They fall in the rankings this time around. Not an easy
Who
situation.
falls in the rankings?
And
Pelicans,
Houston,
76ers,
they are
Hornets.
rolling, showing a lot of belief.
The Rockets sitting at number 4. Good for them.
We'll see if they can keep this
Good
up.
for them.
And the Houston Rockets starting 5. They've got James Wiseman. Smith is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Markelle Fultz. And it's Thompson in at the 2. And for the Nuggets, we've got Avdia. Paul George is out there with Jamal Murray. Then it's Durant. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward position. When you talk about rebounding the basketball, Greg, both of these teams demonstrate an edge in this department.
Yeah, both teams pound the boards. It's clear these coaching staffs push for their guys to attack the glass. So this one's going to be physical.
That's a really good matchup. Klay Thompson and Paul George. Murray's going to bring it up the floor.
Murray against Fultz. Pass to Avdia.
I feel like this Houston Rockets team should be performing better record-wise.
Defense is right
One
there.
half of the Splash Brothers, Kawhi Leonard.
The Rockets pull it in.
The But I do remember the last time we had them on, they did not get Klay Thompson or Kawhi Leonard all that involved. It was a lot of Markelle Fultz, a lot of Wiseman. Oh, that's a nice block. Not really sure what happened there, but I'm guessing he'll get credit for a block. It's a wonky play to start the game, and hopefully not indicative of the rest of the game for the Houston Rockets. These uniforms are cool. Bogdanovich with a nice little mid-range shot there. That's what you want to see if you're a Houston Rockets fan or even just a fan of the NBA. You probably want to see the ball in Kawhi Leonard's hands, not Markelle Fultz's. No disrespect to Fultz. Wiseman up but can't get it to go. Duren comes down with the rebound. He'll find Murray, and we go a minute plus into this game before any points. Paul George on the outside, guarded by Klay Thompson. Finds, I believe that's Bogdanovich in the corner. He makes a nice move. It's a really nice find. Just gets around the defender, puts him in a bad position. And a relatively easy shot up and over the defender for the first points of the game. Also, a little surprised that their home court advantage is only B. I feel like they would get a whole extra letter grade just because they play at 6,500 feet. I kind of like that little shot in there. You find him in the corner, maybe not comfortable with a catch and shoot three, take a couple steps inside, look for something more from the mid-range. Just couldn't get it to fall. Off the screen, Bogdanovich, clean look at a three, dead on, and it's 5-0 Denver.
Bogdanovich is a consistent shooter from outside. Once he's in
Bogdanovich joining the likes of
from beyond.
who did we have in the last game? Damian Lillard. And who did we have in the previous game that went and scored like 8 points in a row? We had a couple of people. Oh, Djokovic. Djokovic was one of them in Los Angeles when they played Philadelphia. I'm trying to think of who played for the... Oh, that's a foul. Whew, this is a bad start. Klay Thompson's going to pick up his first foul, and it's going to go on George. George fought through the contact, made the basket, and an opportunity for a three-point play awaits as the Rockets are having just a heinous start to this game. Was it the Jazz or was it the Pelicans that had 8 straight from their player? So I think they got off to a bit of a rough start, the Hornets, and then they were able to get things going. That's what you're looking for, and the commentator is correct. They need this. It's a nice find by Fultz. Catch and shoot three from the Splash Brother, Klay Thompson. Go Cougs. And that'll put the Houston Rockets on the board, 7-3. Veda. Oh, I like that. I like that. Screen slash like handoff. Good defense. Gonna force Paul George. Oh, he gets him off his feet. That's a nice offensive possession there for Houston. I like the ball movement. I love the move by George to get Klay Thompson off his feet out of position. A better look at a three. They just can't get it to drop. Good opportunity for the Rockets, who can cut this lead down to 1, but instead Kawhi Leonard a little too strong off the back iron. That'll pop out, and it'll be the same score, 7-3. 1 touchdown and a field goal scored so far. Off the screen, Paul George buries the three.
Good ball handler with an advanced offensive repertoire. George is more than comfortable in the pick and roll.
Houston calls their first time out of the game.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense, shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some.
First timeout goes to the Houston Rockets. I got quiet there for a second because I was like, the last game was Monday against the Los Angeles. I think it said Los Angeles Lakers. It possibly could have said Clippers, but I was looking and I was like, did I label an entire game incorrectly? It was Lakers 76ers, right? Did I goof up my entire content? What's happening? Pull that up from Monday.
Inside, outside, it doesn't matter. Right how Wall attacks and looks to score.
Yeah, Lakers 76ers. It's the 27th. That's the correct day. Did he get traded?
dishes to Williams. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Nuggets shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And they've had really good numbers.
Just a lot of confusion out of me there. Sorry about that. The Rockets, they're on the line. No, the Nuggets are on the line. Excuse me. They have cut the lead the Rockets have to 5.
And the first one drops.
First free throw up and good. Bit of an interesting form there.
Leonard's checked in.
Williams sets up for the second. And the second goes down as well. So the lead back out to a touchdown.
49 seconds left in the first quarter. Curry against Wall.
Achua to
DiVincenzo.
DiVincenzo. Back to Achua inside. Oh, that is a bummer. Achua almost got blocked. I guess it was more of just contact. Probably maybe a foul there, but lucky to get the ball to bounce. I thought it was a nicer defensive play that he was able to fight through. On replay, it is just some contact. Still a good job to fight through the contact. Murray kicks out to Williams. Williams for 3, can't get it to go, and DiVincenzo comes away with the rebound.
Now DiVincenzo.
Some nice moves there with Murray, I want to say, on him.
All with it.
On Wall. With Curry on him. They're going to get the screen. Kicked it to Leonard, who was well covered. Leonard's going to go with kind of a spin around. Lost the ball to Hachimura. I don't even really know that Hachimura did anything. I think that's just a hitbox issue. So the Rockets throw away an opportunity to make it a one-possession game with a pretty poor offensive possession right at the end of the quarter. And it will remain a 5-point lead here in the Mile High City. Maybe that's the one. I'm like, ooh, I should be quiet. And then I'm like, well, you may probably need to talk so there's less of an opportunity for YouTube to say, copyright infringement. You are going to give us 1 halfpenny to pay the copyright holder of this song. It's interstitial music. Okay, all right. Why don't you calm down?
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys,
comedy account started following a video on my Video Source Rex Instagram account where I've never posted anything remotely related to comedy before. Weird. All right. 12-7. Rockets with the ball here to start quarter number 2. DiVincenzo was off the screen. That was what Washington was really good about finding, is those open players off the off-ball screens. Leonard with a circus shot's going to get fouled. Bailed out by Tim Hardaway Jr. It's a really nice double team by Denver.
It goes to show you how impossible the NBA season is to actually predict.
And you never know what's going to happen, Kevin, until the game starts. Some teams look good and
and Kawhi Leonard rewards the foul with a missed free throw.
And the second
free throw goes through and cuts it down to a 4-point lead. Murray brings it up the floor.
Williams, a screen on DiVincenzo.
Murray, he's going to get a shooting foul. DiVincenzo fouled him from beyond the arc. And that is going to be a 3-point. Oh, my goodness. I mean, it's a good foul call. DiVincenzo came flying into where the shooter was landing. So the first of 3 is good.
And he's good on
second of 3 is good. And a couple of fouls here early, providing the points so far. And the third free throw is good.
Here's Leonard.
Leonard driving inside. Rui looks like he was going to try and do the double team, but didn't want to leave his man too far behind.
And with an update from the sideline.
Hardaway Jr. from the mid-range, a little too strong off the back iron, no good. We're going to go quickly back up the floor the other way with Kawhi Leonard dangerously close to the baseline. We'll find Wall at the top. Wiggling through some traffic. Inside Leonard with Seth Curry on him. Goes up. Curry tries to provide some resistance and successfully does. Leonard looked like he got a hand on it to try to get the offensive rebound, but gets bopped away, and it is Nuggets ball. Curry inside. It's a really nice drive. He got Leonard out of position, drove inside, saw the lane was clogged, pulled up for a nice little jump shot, and pushes this lead out to 17-8.
It's Wall with the drop.
Ooh, three. It's the pass and shoot you're looking for right there. As far inside as you can go, all the way outside. Seth Curry working around the defenders. The ball is going to eventually get to Hardaway Jr. Murray, he's had a free green light at a 3, and he'll knock this lead out to 12. Which means that the lead was previously 9 for past Sean in his poor math. Been an excellent effort from Denver so far. DiVincenzo is like right behind Wall for some reason. It's a nice find inside, off the glass and good. I mean, even the easy shots for the Rockets have looked difficult. That's maybe the nicest look they've had all day. I think they've had maybe a couple of open threes that just haven't dropped, but we've seen them try to drive inside, and even with Kawhi Leonard being a severe mismatch, Seth Curry still able to put up a defensive effort that creates the miss. Hachimura can't find the stroke from deep. And that'll give the Rockets another opportunity to slice into this lead. Wall a little too strong, but an excellent job to stick with it, grab his own rebound, and put it back up for 2. Lead down to 8 as we approach the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter. For the 2-minute announcement, and they called the timeout before I could even say anything. Before I could be wrong, they called the timeout.
You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, they just pummeled them from the perimeter. Did a nice job working the ball around and getting those high percentage drills.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Duran, he's checked in for
so 2:08 to go here in quarter number 2. A good timeout used by the Denver Nuggets. They have a big lead. Settle down, get things back to where they were. Regroup, try to get them out of a rhythm. Good opportunity for a substitution. George beats Thompson and puts on 2 more points. Lead back out to double digits at 10.
Swing player, he can get his in the paint.
The screen from Thompson.
Fultz trying to drive inside on George. He's able to actually use a really nice spin move. George overcommitted toward the baseline.
On him as tight as possible, but you're not going to stop this guy from getting to the rim.
But a really nice job there to just.
There's a minute 34 left to play.
He goes a half step too far, a little too much momentum. Spin move on the outside.
Here's George.
Nice layup.
7 points
Pretty bad screen there. Klay Thompson. What is this? Easy nuisance. Well, 2 bad screens set. Paul George is working his butt off over here. Can't get it to fall. I thought that was going to go. Paul George trying to get a good screen to get Klay Thompson off of him, but nobody creates enough contact. Leonard's got to step back, and I thought he was going to throw it and try and find Thompson beyond the arc, but instead he tries to take the shot over 2 Denver Nuggets. Can't find the stroke, and it's going back the other way as they already have the 8-point lead. They'll knock it back up to 10. Paul George came down the floor and missed a shot last time, but gets the better of Thompson again this time. And the key matchup has not gone well for Klay Thompson.
Fultz against Murray. Fultz the pass to Wiseman.
Wiseman will touch pass inside to Leonard. Leonard backs him down, takes a step up, and nice little turnaround shot there.
Again, the points coming from Kawhi Leonard.
That's 2 more in the paint.
Denver's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let
Houston's
it
doing a
fly
pretty
from
good job here,
downtown.
trying to keep it at least a manageable deficit. It was as many as 12. It's currently 8. It's a pretty good find inside, but again, nice defensive effort. A little too much power off the shot for the layup there. Rockets likely going to hold here for this final shot. They're going to throw it in, and it's tipped and taken away by Bogdanovic. He throws to George, who's going to take it from right around to the midcourt stripe. Can't get it to fall. And a really bad possession there for the Rockets to end half number 1. They'll go to the breakdown 24-16, and they have not really been in this game, though they haven't. It hasn't felt like they've been totally out of it, but
Thanks a lot, guys. With Mike Malone,
I don't know
as the
how
second
true
half
that is
approaches,
sometimes.
Coach, what are you looking for?
George Carl?
Pace and purpose with everything that we do.
It looks like he's reading a teleprompter. We need to run the ball well and make sure that we are scoring touchdowns. Is this the right teleprompter?
Fix that in the second half.
Is this for the other Denver coach?
All right, David, thank you.
Broncos country, let us ride. We're the Nuggets? Russ is back, baby, everybody. Let Russ cook.
They've done it on both ends of the floor. I feel like these guys have bought in. They're holding each other accountable, and they're putting in the work.
And switching things up just a bit, let's look
Here we
ahead
go.
at the upcoming schedule.
James Harden.
That'll do it for our show.
So the top
tonight.
performers for the
Thanks
Rockets,
joining us.
John
And
Wall,
we'll send you
4
back to
points, 1
Kevin
rebound,
Harlan
1
for
assist.
more hoops action.
Jamal Murray, 6 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. As the Nuggets have scored 12 points in each quarter.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to
I
play.
believe Rocky is the Denver Nuggets mascot. There's no reason for me to know that. Absolutely no reason for me to know that. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see if the Houston Rockets can make some adjustments coming out of the break. See if they can put some pressure on this Denver Nuggets team. Like I said, I don't feel like they've ever really been out of it. They've been down by as many as 12, but they were able to chip it down to 8. They just need some consistent offensive and defensive. Good Lord. Consistent, positive offensive and defensive possessions was the sentence I was going to say. Couldn't even finish that. Could not finish that thought before an illegal screen wipes away a Klay Thompson 3 that would have cut the lead down to 5. Instead, it remains 8 on the kind of bonehead mistake.
They set the pick for the 3.
This Rockets team just does not seem like it's very good. I probably should have remembered that from last time, and I should probably remember that for next time. Way too much Markelle Fultz with the ball. Wiseman, nice little screen there. Good find inside. They're going to get the foul. Wiseman will go to the line to shoot 2. We've seen a lot of free throws here early in the last couple of quarters. Wiseman's only averaging 5.5 points a game, and his field goal percentage is just a shade under 60. He misses that first free throw, so it'll just be a touchdown deficit should he be able to make this shot. That one goes, and it is 24-17.
Here's George. He's got 9.
Paul George bringing it up the floor. Klay Thompson again, he's on him. That's that key matchup that was highlighted at the beginning of the broadcast. Leonard on Bogdanovic. George, not a great pass, way beyond the arc. Instead, he's going to use the screen to clear himself a nice 3-point shot, and that'll knock it up to a double-digit lead of 10. Paul George, 9 points on 57% shooting in the first half. That's a really nice find inside, and Thompson flushes it home, beating Paul George. Nice feed from Markelle Fultz there. This is, again, really surprising. Markelle Fultz is a starting lineup kind of guy in this franchise, or in this, like, my era's mode, but whatever. Murray to Duran, Duran to George, George off the screen again, wide open 3, and that'll put the lead up to 11.
Murray against Fultz.
Fultz again. Oh, there's a better defensive effort there on the interior. Klay Thompson goes down while he makes the shot, trying to just keep this game close enough. I talk about the March Mascot Madness or September Mascot Madness games quite a bit while we're doing these basketball matchups here in NBA 2K24. And this has a feel of one of those kind of classic kind of games that the point differential hovers between 7 to 9, or in this case, like 8 to 10. Somewhere in there, maybe the team who's down can make a run to get close, make it a 1-2 possession game, and they just can't get over that hump. They slip back to that deficit like it would be in this game, 8 to 10 points. They're sitting right at 9 at the moment. And it's never that the opposing team or the team that's down is completely out of it, but it never feels like a believable threat for them to make a comeback and upset things as the game goes on. We'll obviously see what the Houston Rockets can do here, as there is plenty of time. You got 8+ minutes in game time to chip away. But you have to stop doing what the Orlando Magic did, which is giving Paul George free looks. Free, easy looks. Paul George absolutely on fire coming out of the break. The lead up to 11. Kawhi Leonard trying to beat Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich is sticky. That we're going to get the and one. The jam and the foul. Duran going to pick up a second personal. Looked like he made contact with the official. We could see an ejection. I don't think they have that in this game. As we'll see some substitutions here for the Houston Rockets. I just won. Never mind. Free throw is good, and that'll cut the lead down to 8. Good three-point play by the Houston Rockets. Denver maybe a little slow getting into position offensively. Hachimura, thankfully for the Houston Rockets, the player who got the ball beyond the arc instead of Paul George, who has been just dicing him up. Jamal Murray. Not the guy you want behind the arc either. He's a star player. He's good. Ooh, another find inside. Fultz to Thompson. That's been an effective duo today. And I feel like we're seeing Klay Thompson far more frequently in this game than the last time we had them, which I believe was last week. If you'd like to go check that out. Whole playlist up on the channel. Bogdanovich, clean look at a 3, but he can't get it to go. Again, Houston's just leaving wide open looks at 3. Like, it's unbelievable how consistently open these Denver Nuggets are. Unbelievable. Nice drive inside by Markelle Fultz. Fellow Washington State college basketball player. Just State of Washington college basketball player. We had 3, actually. Murray for 3. He gets it to go. That'll push the lead back out to 7. Just really bad defense. You get good offense and you just follow it up with such a bad defensive play there. Bad defensive set. Looks like they'll take a timeout. The Rockets will. We have one player from each of the, I guess, major universities, major basketball universities in the state of Washington. We have Markelle Fultz, who went to University of Washington. Klay Thompson, Washington State University. And then we have Rui Hachimura from Gonzaga University. So it's kind of a fun matchup for myself, I guess. Or if you're a Pacific Northwest fan.
And then for Houston,
Hadn't really considered that, but
and it's Dante DiVincenzo.
So the Rockets have technically made progress. They've cut it down to as little as 4. They just need more consistency from the defensive side. The Fultz-Thompson connection been very, very good. And it looks like they're going to run it again. Thompson from the mid-range up over the defender. It's really good defense to just get a hand up there. It forces Thompson to alter the shot just enough to cause the miss. I thought it was actually going to be good free throw line. But it was just a little too powerful. Is that DiVincenzo? Good aggression. Fultz, I think, okay, I'm starting to see why he would be, if they use him like this, it makes more sense. Use him as a facilitator. He's making some really nice passes. Good aggressive pass right there to get the ball to DiVincenzo. I love DiVincenzo's lack of hesitation there. He gets absolutely demolished on the defensive side by Paul George, who feels like he should be on fire at this point because he is. Just feels like he's making everything.
The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for them.
They're running a double screen there. DiVincenzo holds on to the ball a little long. I don't think Klay Thompson got really much room there, so it can make a little bit more sense. Fultz with a nice pass back outside. They're going to get the screen. DiVincenzo for three again, but it rims out as we are in the waning seconds of the third quarter. Rui Hachimura brings it up. Curry with Fultz on him. Stays the course. They're going to set a screen. Fultz with a nice job to fight through it. Find inside to George. DiVincenzo on top of him. Spin move. George off the glass. Easy. Up and in. And it went from as close as 4, and we're right back at 8. That's exactly what I was talking about. Make a nice run, but a couple of breakdowns defensively. And Paul George just being an absolute, in the most positive term in the world, or in the most positive way you can imagine, absolute monster on the offensive end. So we will head to quarter number 4, an 8-point game. Houston's never really been out of it, but it hasn't always felt like they've really been in it either. They've just been kind of waffling around in the middle section going like, are they going to make a run? Are they going to fall further behind? Lead's been as close as 4, as many as 12. But 5 minutes still here to work with. The problem for them is that the Denver Nuggets are going to get first possession here in this fourth quarter, and that could spell disaster. Doesn't obviously come down to one possession, but I mean, you go back to the beginning of the third quarter. You want to talk about a disastrous play, an illegal screen called at the worst possible time. Klay Thompson drains the 3. I like that. I like the guy in the background who's like, I'm going to the huddle. Yeah, guys, make some threes. Don't worry. He'd be like peeking through going like, number 1, we're number 1. Oh, they're going to call a foul there, and we again start a quarter with some free throws.
Then there's Jamal Murray, and it's Curry in at the point.
So that's exciting. With these free throws, Williams can push the lead out to 10.
They've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding
The Denver Nuggets have been living by the 3. 6
6
3-point field goals made, and they have 8 points in the post. Oh, sorry, that's on me. That's on me. I was trying to read the stats. The 6s and the 8s really close in this game. It is like genuinely difficult to tell which number is which. So we're going to try and set a screen. It's not a great screen. Going to try and free wall up in the mid-range. That's a nice little 2 to cut the lead to 8. 14 for 27. It's kind of hard to believe that the Nuggets have made the same number of field goals as the Rockets. Or I should flip that, excuse me. The Rockets have made as many field goals as the Nuggets have. But I think you start to get into that 3-point difference. And I'm sure the free throw difference benefits the Denver Nuggets as well. That's a nice find. Good defense to offense. And the lead is 6, so a pretty good start here for the Rockets in the first minute of this final quarter. Effectively using their second unit. A little surprised that Seth Curry gave that ball up. It looked like he had his defender beat, but instead gives it up to Murray. Murray, who's probably going to have to just jack up a shot with DiVincenzo right there. Not a clean look, but not the worst look either. As Kawhi Leonard, who's been pretty silent in this game, brings it up the floor. No weird giggles out of him. DiVincenzo wanted that ball probably a second and a half earlier. Much cleaner look. I like the step inside. Excellent offensive rebound there. He'll kick to Leonard in the corner. Leonard for 3, got it. And it's down to 3. The Rockets are making the run that I weren't sure they were going to be able to make, and it's 41-38 with 3:21 to go. Excellent timeout usage here by the Denver Nuggets. Whew. Yeah, definitely got to get up and walk around a little bit more before I start these videos. Felt a little flat early on, and it kind of got better as it went along. I feel like I'm in a pretty good flow now. People being like, this is the worst commentary I've ever heard.
And it's
Watch a different
Paul
video.
George in for Curry.
But like, subscribe,
Houston
you
with
know?
a big group substitution here. James Wiseman.
Give the video a
He's checked
thumbs
in
up
for Achua.
for my
Smith
ego.
checks in for
Subscribe for my
Achua.
ego.
Thompson, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Oh my God. That's got to be like just a heat check shot for Paul George. 23 points, 67% field goal percentage in 12 minutes. Oh, there's another illegal screen. Wiseman, what are you doing? I was going to say before that whistle, it's going to be the Fultz-Thompson connection yet again. And instead, it's a bonehead foul that turns the ball over. You were down to a 3-point deficit. They're going to give it to Murray. He's going to knock it out to 8, and that is a devastating turn. Terrific timeout on the flip side, by the way. Fultz not even... Ugh. It's a really nice bounce pass to Thompson. Fultz didn't bother to pull on the 3 off the screen, but made up for it with a terrific pass there to get a wide open Klay Thompson, a clean look. Just a catch and shoot opportunity. Wiseman. Oh, Wiseman gets in the way, but the ball doesn't bounce their way. And oh my goodness. Wiseman is having an awful second half. An awful second half. He had to have been called for that other illegal screen out of the gate in the third quarter, right? That's like his third just terrible foul. He does not get the 3-point play. So that'll mean the lead remains a touchdown. Oh, they're going to get him with a similar foul that we saw earlier in the game, but except for the fact that for the Rockets, it's only for a 2-point shot, whereas for the Nuggets, it was a 3-point shot. Rockets can't even get good foul calls on their side. I mean, it's a good decision by Kawhi Leonard to step inside, try to get a mid-range shot, but just unfortunate that even the fouls they're getting the short end of the stick on from their own players. Makes the first, and the second is good. So 48-43, we approach the 2-minute mark of the fourth quarter. It felt like it was almost going to get exciting, and then a 5-0 run really felt backbreaking. Oh, Wiseman's out of position again. He does do a good job to get back and affect the shot, but Wiseman's felt like a liability, especially here in this fourth quarter, with a couple of bad fouls. Bogdanovich. Oh, a nice offensive rebound by Wiseman. He's going to get fouled by Duren, and he'll go to the line to try and make it a 2-point game. Just when I was talking a bunch of smack about him, the digital version of James Wiseman said, yeah, I'd like to show you that I'm good at that. Okay, well. And he does it. Wow, what a turn. Oh, my goodness. He misses the free throw, but he shoves a man out of bounds. I believe that was Wiseman there on that defensive play. And here we go. 90 seconds to go, and the Rockets with an opportunity to tie, which at times has not felt likely. And even the time when it did feel likely, it quickly got out of hand. This has been a weird game to watch. Thompson, step inside the 3-point arc, can't get it to go. Man, that was a terrible offensive set. That was awful. Really surprised that he did not try and pop that 3. George instead going to go inside. Rare miss out of him. He's shooting 2/3 or 67% there. I don't know why I went with a fraction number. Fultz inside, and boy, if Wiseman makes that field goal or free throw, we have a tie game instead. It's a 1-point deficit, and I think we have the opposite. Usually it was Fultz to Thompson for the nice shot on the inside. This time it was Thompson to Fultz to get it up and in. So, Thompson, oh my God, no, an open 3, but he missed it. Oh, that has been the Houston Rockets all game long. Here's a really terrific offensive, defensive to offensive possession, and then just a wide open 3. The wide open 3. But on the flip side, they miss it, push it up the floor, and Klay Thompson coming through and burying the 2 to get it to the first lead of the day for the Houston Rockets. Comes with under 30 seconds to go. I saw that 1:14 and I was like, you idiot, you misread the time. Whew. How'd this game get exciting, huh? Sometimes you just need one miss. Wait, what?
They're behind by 1.
Did they not just call a timeout? Who just called a timeout? What the hell just happened? They threw it in and called a timeout? They have no timeouts for the rest of the game because they called 2 of them in 5/10 of a second. I didn't even think it was 5/10. I think it was literally a tenth. I think it was 27.8 and then 27.7. I don't know if they thought that it was going to be a 5-second violation. What on earth happened there? Thompson with George, with Thompson all over him. We're going to go back to George. He's gotten the better of Klay Thompson for the most part in this game. Going to set an off-ball screen. Good job by Kawhi Leonard to stick on Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic, though, driving inside. He's going to get up and over Kawhi Leonard. They sucked a lot of time off the clock. And he comes up with a huge 2 in the mid-range. That is not who you think is going to come up with the ball. I think that that's part of the plan for the Denver Nuggets. Yeah, we're going to give it to Paul George, who's 67% from the field. Just kidding. No, it's Bogdanovic. I was trying to make the number sound bigger. He's made 2/3 of his shots. And that's what I was like trying to say. It's like, oh man, that's a mind-blowing number. 67%. Still a pretty mind-blowing number. Don't know why I went to the fraction. So it'll be Kawhi Leonard who's just going to hold it, and that's awful. That is an awful ending. Oh my goodness. Terrific on the the Denver side. That was a pretty nicely run play. They ran the clock down very effectively. They didn't give Houston too much time, but then they just threw it into Kawhi Leonard to try that shot. Gross. But that's okay because NBA 2K24 is the perfect video game. Buy it for your friends and family this holiday. 50-49. Really solid game. This game was a couple plays in the third quarter towards going more the Houston Rockets way, going into the fourth quarter. And this game was a couple plays away, it felt like, from being just a blowout in favor of the Denver Nuggets. I mean, you go back to the sequence right before Klay Thompson hits the 2 that gives them the lead for the first time today. That's off a miss from wide open 3. Wide open 3. So a pretty fantastic finish there. Denver beats Houston 50-49. And then we saw Orlando look a little flat today as they fall to the Washington Wizards. And that'll do it for our coverage today. We'll take a quick peek at the box score. 23 points in 15 minutes. He was 10 of 16 shooting, 50% of his shots falling from beyond the arc for Paul George. And the good news for him is he has Jamal Murray on the other, on his side as well. He was 3 of 8, but 3 for 5 from 3-point range. Bogdanovic was 3 for 5 overall. He had 7 points to contribute as well. On the Rockets side, Klay Thompson tops the charts at 14 points. He was 6 of 8, 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. Kawhi Leonard was 2 of 8 for 8 points. He had 1 3-point shot in 3 attempts. Fultz was 3 of 4. He had 6 points and 5 assists. That's the key number for him. Really nice plays between him and Thompson. Thompson had an assist that I believe went to Fultz. So, yeah, it's a weird Houston Rockets team. It does not feel like we see enough Kawhi Leonard. It does not feel like we see enough Klay Thompson. Markelle Fultz, at the beginning of the game, I really questioned why he was a starter. As the game progressed, and you see those assists start to pile up, you look at it and you go, okay, I can see why you would be a starter. Not from a scoring standpoint, but if you could run more off-ball stuff, try to get him to facilitate, pass it, find open guys. Yeah, that'll do it. Let's go ahead and simulate through the dates. And we'll take a look at the daily view here. We took a look at those first 2 games. The Raptors, they improved to 13-6 with a win over the Phoenix Suns, 43-35. And they had nearly half their points in the third quarter alone. with 21 of them. The Jazz go absolutely wild in Memphis. 65-49 your final there. They did not have a quarter under 11 points, going off for 18 and 20 in the bookend quarters. 46-38 winner, 46-38 your final in New Orleans as the 76ers top the Pelicans. A couple of poor quarters in there for New Orleans, though the 76ers, do put up only 7 in the second quarter. What am I looking at here? The game that we just watched, that's what I'm looking at. Clippers and Kings, that's a tight one, 54-48. Sacramento picks up their 8th win of the season, tying them with the same record as the Los Angeles Clippers. And yeah, it's that third quarter, and I guess the fourth quarter technically, but the third quarter, the difference there as they were tied through the first two. Since this is the last video you'll be getting out of this series this week, let's go ahead and take a look at the standings. Season standings. That's not what I want. Season stats. I want NBA standings. The Orlando Magic lead the Eastern Conference at 13-5. The Raptors trail by half a game at 13-6. The Milwaukee Bucks, who are idle today, are 12-6. They're a game out. The Knicks are 11-6. They're a game and a half back. 76ers 11-7, followed by the Washington Wizards at 10-8. Pacers and Hornets are 9-7, while the Cleveland Cavaliers have 9 wins but 9 losses. The Brooklyn Nets are under 500 at 8-9. They would be the last team in, as the Pistons half a game back because of the extra loss. Obviously, everybody will play 82 games by the end of the season, so that won't be an issue. Heat are 8-10. Bulls 7-12. Hawks with LeBron James 6-11, and the Celtics a paltry, just disgusting 5-15. In the Western, that's what I was looking for. LB and RB, my bad. The Grizzlies lead the Western Conference. They're a game up on the Pelicans, are 12-5, while the Pelicans are 12-7. The Jazz sit at 11-7. The Houston Rockets at 9-7. Big win for them today. Or they lost, excuse me. I don't know why I said big win. Big win for the team that lost today. Denver trails Houston, interestingly enough, by half a game. They pick up their 10th win of the season, just getting them over 500 in the thick of the playoff race. Spurs are 9-8 along with Oklahoma City. The Lakers sit at 9-10. The Kings at 8-9, as are the Clippers. The Timberwolves 6-11. The Phoenix Suns 6-12 with the Golden State Warriors, the Portland Trail Blazers, and the Dallas Mavericks at 5-12. Curious to see as we move along through this season if this gap kind of holds. Is Los Angeles, the Clippers, are they going to be able to kind of just work their way into the play-in tournament just because the Timberwolves and below are all so far under 500? It's not that the Clippers are playing particularly well or terrible. They're just kind of floating there around 500, but they might get the benefit of 5 teams that suck more than they do. So that'll be interesting to take a look at. Doesn't seem like there's as big of a gap there in the Eastern Conference. There's not, actually. There's what? 4 games? 4 games between the 9 and the 15 seed. So it's a little bit tighter. Whereas you're looking at, I guess it's 3 games between the 9 and the 15 seed. It just seems bigger because the gap between 10 and 11 is a little wider. Interesting. Well, it'll be fun to watch as we move through this season. As we move into December, we'll be taking a look at games on Monday and Wednesday. Those were the days that the videos were doing best. Actually had a pretty good sample size of videos throughout the week to kind of work with, and those were the best views and watch time. So Monday and Wednesday is when we'll be moving forward with this series. We'll be back with Mariners baseball tomorrow in MLB The Show 17, and that'll go through Sunday. And then we'll be back on Monday with a couple more games for you. The bonus of having the videos on Monday is I will probably, because I'm absolutely wild, I will probably do all 5 Christmas Day games just for fun, because I think it'd be interesting. Hopefully they put in the Christmas special uniforms if they exist. I don't know if they do that. Let me know in the comments below if they do or don't do that. Maybe I won't worry about the uniform specifically, but we might take a look at my gift to you, 5 NBA games on December 25th. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoy. Be sure to subscribe, ring the bell. If you want to see more content from me, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And we'll see you Monday for more NBA action right here on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. Good sports and good night.